confusion and bitches mad. So let's talk about it. I never understood what people meant when they said that Americans think that the world is America. But now I understand. Because how does non-Caribbean people equal Black Americans? That doesn't even make sense. There's all types of different races and cultures of people that be at Carnival that shouldn't be there. I never said anything about race. Y'all started assuming I was talking about y'all and ran with it. No, I love Jada Waiter, but what the fuck do her and her American friends know about Carnival? You're not from the Caribbean. You don't know the music. You don't know the people. You don't know the food. You don't know the culture. What are you doing at Carnival? But that's part of a bigger conversation. A lot of y'all was in the comments saying, oh, we're all Black, we're all Black, we're all Black. That's cool, fine, and dandy. We all know that. But what a lot of Black Americans don't understand is when you come from a country where 99.99% of the people are Black, that's not a unifier. The same people that are oppressing you are Black. So I understand why some Caribbean people and some African people, they don't subscribe to that idea that, oh, we're all Black, so we all need to look out for each other. And I feel like we all should be gatekeeping our cultures. Yeah, we're all Black, but at the end of the day, our differences make us unique. Caribbean culture is not based on the fact that we're Black. Black American culture is based on the fact of being Black. That is two completely different things. We need to start gatekeeping Carnival. There is no reason on this earth for anybody that's not from the Caribbean to be at Carnival. And I don't care how y'all feel on the subject.
Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Good morning to the family. Good morning. You know what? I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. You know, solo, of course. I'm going to get on camera for this. Yo, friendly neighborhood non-FBA is going to have to do some regulating this morning. I'm going to have to do some regulating this morning because I've heard this warning from the older folk for years. I've also said this, what I'm going to say. The younger generations from the Caribbean are some of the most lost people on this planet. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault entirely. It's who raised them. It's who raised them. Now, again, for those who've never seen my channel before, my lineage goes to Jamaica. Love my lineage. I do. Is it off code at times? Yes. Yes, it's off code at times. But most of the people mean well. They understand. But once you understand something, it's incumbent on you to keep learning about it, keep evolving. These kids that are coming up now and fancy themselves social media personalities and they're content creators, get on their platforms and say some of the most ignorant shit I've ever heard. And then when they get called on it, then they want to play victim. That's not how life works. When you put something up and you push upload, that means you're going to stand on your square. All right. Before I get into this regulation, I'm going to need two things out of the family. Now, we found the TikTok. We're going to look at her TikTok. But that was one of the videos that we're going to look at, but I used it as a link. I want y'all, if you do have TikTok, go in there and tell her that I'm going to go in on her. And number two, hit the like button. I'm going to sound like Black Light Revelation today. Hit the like button. I don't know how many likes are in there, but Yes. I'm gonna need those likes because I need the algorithm to break today because I need the Caribbeans to come in here and explain how I got this wrong because I didn't see him yesterday, so maybe they figured I got it right. Maybe today they'll tell me I got it wrong. But before I do that, let me get into who is inhibiting. Hello, Blacklight Revelations. Good morning, Torian Rain. Good morning, Calvin Way. Good morning, Carla Lockhart. Good morning. We got to get this Caribbean grift money. It's Caribbean West Indian Day Parade weekend very soon. I need this Caribbean West Indian Day Parade grift money. Um, Torian said, at first I thought you were in a new location because of the sun behind you. I was like, did he get a window installed? But that's just the glare from the sun. Yes, yes. The Most High is going to shine down on me today. Yes. Iron Will, good morning. Brooklyn Queen 125. Hello. Brooklyn Queen 125 is gonna feel this one this morning. Just watch how she comments when I start dropping receipts. Miss D at Sweet 201, hello. But she's not in the Caribbean. America, there is racism because of your skin color. She should protect her heritage because we're gonna do the same. They don't want to. They want to be able to jump over the fence, in between daggers. I'm sorry. I can I be professional? I will be professional. Denise Scales, good morning. And Shamika Gray, good morning. All right, guys. So you heard that at the beginning. She said y'all need to gatekeep. We need to gatekeep Caribbean culture. It kind of sounds like the word delineation, does it not? Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. They don't even realize that they are making your arguments for you. But all right.
I feel like
we not finna hear you again. We're not gonna hear you again. We gonna go to the TikTok. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Ma'am, we got to have a conversation. We got to have a conversation because you knew damn well you putting these videos up. Caribbean girls run it. Ask Riri. Uh-huh. How blessed I am to be from the Caribbean. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, you're in Brooklyn saying this. You're in Brooklyn saying this. Let me see what you're talking about here.
I feel like I speak for all Americans when I say this. We do not.
Whoa. Back it up. Wait a minute. Now you want to speak for all Americans, but when it comes to Carnival, you want to delineate? We gonna catch a lot of hypocrisy this morning, family. We gonna catch it. So now when it comes to your culture, you don't speak for everybody. You want everybody separated. But now when it becomes an issue in your neighborhood, now you want everybody to click up. That's not how life works. That's not how life works, especially after you shit on the people that you said don't need to be a part of what you got going on. And who's seen the meme where you had a one person talking shit to a group and everybody looks at the group, the dude brings out his thumbs up and then he goes back to the group. That's exactly how Caribbeans are starting to think, especially these younger ones. Oh, no. But maybe she's talking something important. Let's see what she's talking about.
Not have to live like this. We do not have to live with these mass shootings every 2 weeks.
Ma'am, you look like you about 19. You don't even know how this country. You know what? Let me shut up. Go ahead.
So if you don't know, today, August 27th, there was a mass shooting in Jacksonville, Florida. This white guy, he went into a Dollar General and he shot 3 black people. So obviously racist. And I went to school in Buffalo where the guy walked into the Tops and he was specifically killing black people. On the video, you could see he's seen a white person and he was like, oh, sorry. So just like to see this same thing happen again in the same way is just so like and take race out of it, the fact that you could be anywhere and that could happen is crazy. And I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm out places doing things, I think about that. Like when I'm at the movie theaters, I think about that. When I'm at the mall, I think about that. And we shouldn't have to. There's no reason for that. I don't know if I feel like we should abolish the Second Amendment, but at the same
Okay. See, I was gonna give you grace because you were actually being sympathetic, and then you go into a subject you know nothing about. Ma'am, let me explain something to you. Now, I appreciate your history that you said you were in Buffalo when this happened. When the Tops thing happened, I appreciate that. Or you said you went to school in Buffalo, whatever the hell you said. I appreciate that. Ma'am, if you're going to start talking about the 2A, make sure you expand and really explain the entirety of 2A. It's not about just the guns. See, this is how I know off that one sentence, that one phrase, that you are one of these liberal Democrats that I got to go in on. I got to make sure the family don't get swayed by you. The problem is not the gun, ma'am. The problem is called white supremacy. And you, of all people who live in Brooklyn, should know about white supremacy. Shall I give a history lesson to the family on white supremacy? Okay, we're going to give you a lesson on white supremacy, ma'am. Ma'am, white supremacy created a whole enclave on the southern tip of Brooklyn that black people don't even go to, called Bensonhurst, called Brighton Beach, called Bath Beach. That's where the Eastern Europeans hang out. Yo black ass show up there, you in trouble. But them Italians and them Asians can go down there, don't even get bothered. They actually live there. Oh, yes. Unless you're going to Bensonhurst or Bath Beach or Brighton Beach to go buy something and leave, they will follow you. I've had that happen to me. The cops will be watching you. Okay, you're going to tell me you've never been there. Got it. Let's keep it closer to home. Judging by where you're walking around, you're probably close to Eastern Parkway. You know, Caribbean Haven. This is where the parade next Monday is going to happen. Ma'am, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. I don't care. The sombreritos, yeah, they run that. Oh, they run that. I know they only got a 2, maybe 3 block stretch down Kingston. Then you got, is that Kingston to about, I'll be nice. I'll give them Brooklyn Avenue. That's a good 3-4 blocks walking on Eastern Parkway. But if you go down Kingston, go all the way down Kingston, you're back in East Flatbush. Because once you hit Eastern Parkway, that's Crown Heights. They own all that. Schools, homes, businesses, they own all that. Off the riots alone, they started buying up that property. They own all that. That's white supremacy. You talking about we ain't supposed to live like this. That's the white supremacists. But the fact you never mentioned them shows me where you have your energies directed. Because subtly, I'm Caribbean, so I'm going to be the Caribbean whisperer for the rest of the family. You about to, it really sounds like you're trying to blame Black Americans for the situation. Because you figured, since you said you're from the Caribbean, you should have had an elevated lifestyle. Ma'am, this is elevated compared to what goes on in the islands. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but I'm going to let you continue.
Same time when they wrote the Second Amendment, they weren't talking about the guns that we have now. They was talking about a musket that took 10 minutes to load and it shot.
You're retarded. When they devised the Second Amendment, ma'am, the Second Amendment made sure that the British don't try what they tried. That's why they wrote it. They wanted people to be able to stand up as a militia with their guns in case the government thought they were bigger than what they were. That's why they created the Second Amendment. Y'all just focus on the right to bear arms portion. You don't want to talk about how we're all supposed to come together and overthrow the government. That's not what I'm saying, YouTube. I'm just saying what the Second Amendment says. Don't come at me. I need y'all to start reading the Second Amendment in its entirety, because when y'all get on here and start talking about the Second Amendment, y'all sound dumb.
Shot one round. Like, come on. I'm just saying we just.
By the way, since you want to talk about the, never mind. You're talking about muskets and bayonets. Okay, whatever. They also had cannons. You forgot about that. They had cannons. They also had grenades that they got from the Chinese. So according to you, I should be able to walk down the street with a cannon and a Chinese grenade. Cool. Appreciate it. Continue.
Do not have to live like this. This is sad. Rest in peace to the people that lost their lives today and at all mass shootings, because unnecessary.
I wonder if you ever said anything about what happened in Jamaica. You probably didn't, because you're not Jamaican. You're Grenadian and Lucian. But this is not what y'all came for, family. Y'all came for this. Now, I think this is the video. This might have been the full video.
Hey, I just woke up. Ugh, Jesus
Christ. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna lie.
Christ. I was fried 19 last night. Anyways, did not delete it. TikTok took it down for bullying and harassment. Anyways, but
ooh. TikTok took your video down for bullying and harassment. Seems like the system works now, doesn't it? Hurricane IQ, good morning. Val Williams, good morning. Ah, yes, the Troubleman twins are here. Yes, we know. Continue. They took down your video for harassment and bullying. But they just. But I feel like there's a whole lot of confusion. Oh, they let you put it back up.
Mad. So let's talk about it. I never understood what people meant when they said that Americans think that the world is America. But now I understand, because how does non-Caribbean people equal Black Americans? That doesn't even make. It does make sense, because y'all cosplayed as Black Americans for years. Now y'all getting called out on it, and people are actually seeing who you are. How many videos have we seen y'all act Black American, then you get home, then you act like your country's flag? By the way, you shouldn't be yelling at them. You should be yelling at the Africans, because the Africans tried that shit first. They acted like Black Americans until they get around their people or they're getting married. Then it's all cultural. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Ghana. I'm from Tunisia. I'm from Malawi. I'm from Tanzania. I'm going to show off my kente cloths. I'm going to have my traditional Nigerian wedding, my traditional Ghanaian wedding, my traditional Cameroonian wedding. Makes sense. There's all types of different races and cultures of people that be at Carnival that shouldn't be there. I never. Who opened the door for that? Never said anything about race. Y'all started assuming I was talking about y'all and ran with it. But that's part of a bigger conversation. A lot of y'all was in the comments saying, oh, we're all Black, we're all Black, we're all Black. That's cool, fine, and dandy. We all know that. But what a lot of Black Americans don't understand is
Here
when
we
you
go.
come from a country where 99.99% of the people are Black, that's not a unifier. The same people that are oppressing you are Black. So I understand why some Caribbean people and some African people, they don't subscribe to that idea that, oh, we're all Black, so we all need to look out for each other.
And ma'am, you seem old enough, so you probably remember this. How'd that work out? When they wanted to say, oh, I'm not Black, I'm Nigerian, I'm Ghanaian. How did that work out for him? Ask Patrick Lyoya's people how that worked out for him. You know what? Yeah, let's have a. His people were from the Congo. How'd that work? His father got on TV and said he's been here for 20 years and never experienced racism until that day his son got killed. When he's sitting in a white supremacist country. The man is old enough to remember Amadou Diallo getting killed for taking out his wallet on a dark street. Abner Louima, a Haitian, was still fresh on the minds of the people here. I know y'all probably don't get this up there, but I showed this. An African woman and her white husband up in New Hampshire. They still haven't found their bodies. And it's been a year. Christian Obenselli is the biggest example I can show y'all. He wanted to play African games. Didn't realize he was a Black man. Cool, say less. He gets killed by his white girlfriend. What did his cousin do? Oh, she was still talking shit. Him and his people talking shit online about who? The cousins. Everybody found that out that he got killed. Everybody was like, go get this girl. We need justice for the family. Soon as those posts came out, yeah, I gotta go on the plantation real fast. My kids, I got to go get them from school. Oh shit, Tariq's starting to space. Yeah, let me hop up in there real fast. That's what happens, ma'am. When you come to this country and don't realize that you're Black, you get in trouble. Then you start begging for forgiveness or doing what you're doing on this video. You start splaining. And when you splain, you already showed us a lot about your character. But continue, I cut you off.
And I feel like we all should be gatekeeping our cultures. Yeah, we're all Black, but at the end of the day, our differences make us unique. Caribbean culture is not based on the fact that we're Black. Black American culture is based on the fact.
So if it's not based on you being Black, what's it based on? You about to tell me that you from Grenada? You about to tell me Grenada gave you your culture? Is that what you're about to tell me? St. Lucia gave you your culture? Is that what you're about to tell me? The culture is what you put into it. So what is it? Caribbean culture is not based on you being Black. So maybe y'all about to admit that you're African. Who gave you y'all's culture?
Of being Black. That is two completely different things. A lot of the Black Americans in the comments, they were like, oh, what if we started gatekeeping our culture? Y'all should have been doing that. And the fact that y'all didn't, y'all are seeing the negative consequences of it now. So how can somebody not look at y'all in this situation and think, geesh, maybe I don't want this for myself and my culture? And at the end of the day,
family. You can tell she stole this from y'all. You can tell this. Is she insane? Black Americans haven't been gatekeeping their culture. Man, where you been? Man, where you been? Look, you know what, family, I'm gonna say something. Some of y'all might not agree with me when I say this. I would have given her grace if she lived anywhere else in the country outside of New York City. I would have given her grace. I would have, because I understand that the Caribbean culture is not as pervasive as it is in New York and South Florida. In the rest of the country, I get that. I would have given her grace if she lived in somewhere like Cincinnati, or she lived somewhere like Austin, Texas, or she lived in like Phoenix. I would have given her grace, ma'am. Black Americans haven't gatekeep their culture, ma'am. You're in New York City saying this. New York City. Who do you think built New York City? That's a little advanced course for you. You're not ready for that. Ma'am, last I checked, before the Caribbean, and I'm not even going to say the I word, before the Caribbean immigration, we'll say that I word. What do you think was here? It was white folk, the sporadic Latinos and Asians, but also Black Americans. The culture was already here. They were monetizing their own culture. They were gatekeeping it until people started throwing money at it. The Caribbean culture, nobody cared unless they went to the island. Then y'all came up here and tried to force it on people. I'm just going to tell it like it is. And you resented, you pissed a lot of people off. There's nothing wrong with Caribbean culture. But to sit up there and act like y'all didn't gatekeep the shit, that's crazy. Because y'all didn't gatekeep your culture. This sounds like projection. You didn't gatekeep your culture. Even when it was being monetized, Black Americans were trying to keep their culture, certain parts, away from it. And who came and exposed it? Can we have a frank conversation today? Who came in and exposed it? I'm not saying none of this to try to appeal to the cousins. I'm trying to tell you a story. Who exposed the culture? It was the Caribbean. Don't believe me? Cool. Who's leading rap right now in its worst era ever? Where are these rappers from? Because I seem to remember a whole bunch of y'all on that YouTube video where they were showing where all these rappers are coming from. Y'all were in there flying on the flags. Don't make me put the link in there. I saw a whole bunch of Haitian flags up in that comment thread. Hurricane IQ, you stop it right now. You stop it. You stop it. The Caribbean exposed Black American culture. If the Caribbean wasn't so pervasive in Black American culture, a lot of Black American culture would still be unknown to the world. I'm just going to tell it like it is. And the reason I could say this, I have years on you, ma'am. I looks like I got a generation on you. I've seen this. You don't know what you're talking about. But again, I cut you off. Go ahead.
The people that are upset because they feel personally attacked and excluded. But it's not personal. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the preservation of culture. And both of us being black does not mean that I have unlimited access to your culture or that you have unlimited access to mine. At the end of the day, I said what I said.
Say that last part again.
Culture. And both of us being black does not mean that I have unlimited access to your culture or that you have unlimited access to mine.
Cool. Do me a favor. Take these nails off one time. Do me a favor, since you say you don't have unlimited access to their culture, don't listen to hip hop no more. Don't listen to R&B, don't listen to jazz, don't listen to blues music, don't listen to gospel no more. Hell, you shouldn't even listen to reggae music no more. You shouldn't even listen to that no more because there's American jazz in it. Cool. You shouldn't listen to Michael Jackson no more. That's Black American culture. Oh, you're gonna tell me he's a world musician. You can't gatekeep music. Bullshit. Don't eat barbecue no more. Don't eat fried chicken no more. Don't eat mac and cheese no more. Should I keep going, family? Turn your smartphone off for the rest of your life. Your radio, don't listen to it. There you go. The television, never turn it on again. Any black movie you happen to go want to watch that came out of Hollywood with a predominantly black cast that's Black American, don't watch it. Any old movie that featured Black Americans and they put their spin, on their characters, don't watch that. Don't use their languages. Don't use the way they say words. Don't use their mannerisms, their afflections. Don't do none of that. We'll be all right. You will have led the charge. You will be a leader amongst your Caribbean people. But you're in New York City. We know damn well you won't do that.
Fine. At the end of the day, I said what I said. I'm not changing it. I'm not taking it back. I'm not apologizing for it. If we want our children to be able to go to a proper carnival, we need to do something about the commercialization of carnival now.
It's funny you said that. Brother Sage, good morning. It's funny you said that, man. Brother Sage, I know it's early. I would ask you to come up, but you're probably not set for that. But you can help me in the comment thread along with Brooklyn Queen 125. Family, for those who are not from New York City, we fixing to drop some receipts right now. It's funny that you just said what you just said. Loaded Lux, will you introduce her to what I'm going to do to her right now? I appreciate that.
Get that water. He about to get this work. He about to get this work.
See, you're still a generation behind us, so you don't probably remember this. Ask your mama. Racy video shows NYPD cops dirty dancing with female performers at West Indian Day Parade. This was last year, folks. Oh, and guess what? I've got another receipt. It's even worse. I'm about to educate the Caribbean because I did it yesterday. I'm going to do it again today. 2 NYPD cops were performing the raunchy dance with some females at the West Indian Day Parade. The unidentified cops were seen grinding with scantily clad females who were dancing at the West Indian Day Parade on Monday. Okay, so they were in costume, but, white supremacy, which you did not want to acknowledge, said y'all were scantily clad females. Okay. The NYPD has confirmed that the incident took place during this year's parade. It stated that no action will be taken against the involved officers. So they got their hard and they're not going to get disciplined. But the women are being called out their name. Okay. Damn, International Business Times just be with the weirdest titles ever. They just hella graphic. Okay. Anyway, NYPD cop in his uniform is seen dirty dancing with a woman. Female performers. So it was more than one, allegedly. Should I play the video and get in trouble, or should I not play the video and just keep it moving? I'm gonna let y'all decide that. One, for me to play the video. Two, for me not playing the video. Major Niger, good morning. Hey kid, why are immigrants so obsessed with being safe? Do they understand that safety isn't all right? Laugh out loud. You're only as safe as you have the ability to defend yourself. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. I might get into it today. Sage said one. All right, we could do it. Sage said one. Anybody else? Anybody else? This is. But anyway, while we're getting that, we know where his family's from, but all you Caribbeans are gonna show up in my comment thread later.
Where's your family from?
Yeah, we need to know. So make sure you put your flags in the comment thread when you write your unresearched opinions, please. Okay. Shamika Gray said, but you do absolutely have unlimited access to everything we have already been going through. You're welcome. Oh yeah. I tell you, a lot of the Caribbean acts like them people that you put in a group for the project and they don't do no work, and then they're happy they got the A. All right, everybody want me to play it. Let's play it. Hey, YouTube, this is for research purposes. Music. Yeah. Gatekeep the culture, huh? Gatekeep. The cop ain't even black. Gatekeep the culture. The cop ain't even black. Say less. And her people are sitting there egging her on. Yeah. Gatekeep the culture. Ma'am, this is in Brooklyn, where you live. Yeah. And you just did a video talking about. Never mind. What the hell is this? There was another mass shooting. Oh no, that was the old one. I remember that one. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Woman sat on the lap of police officers. Oh, by the way, International Business Times, this is Asian. I meant to tell y'all that, family. This is Asian. Oh no, she was gatekeeping the culture because she didn't let him smash. So she did gatekeep the culture, John Guillory. She didn't let him smash. Even though I have a story about that, I've told y'all this before. I caught a Haitian girl in a cop van with cops surrounding it, getting smashed out by a cop, white cop. Yeah. Okay. Didn't mean to be that raunchy this early in the morning, but I need them to understand that everything that she talking about is full of shit. Woman sat on the lap of police officer. At the beginning of the video, the younger officer is also seen sitting on the ground with the woman sitting on his lap as they wrap their arms around each other. The younger officer, so they're trying to say she's hella old. Oh, okay. Keep going. Woman only wore bra underwear. Ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all like going to Asian nail tech so much. Hey, this is how they talk about y'all in their language. They're now putting it in print.
Oh, I know I don't think I see what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. 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 Where's her mother? Oh, she grown. No. She grown. Her mama ain't gonna do nothing. Her mama was probably there at the parade back in the day doing the same thing. We not even finna let them get out here. Oh, Sage, you better talk to him. You better talk to him. They be talking about how they hate cops, and then you watch them walking down Atlantic Avenue and they see a cute cop. They start saying, hey, and they start twerking in front of them. All right. All right. They not ready for that conversation. They don't think I don't know, boy. But anyway, I'm going to be professional. As the pair stood up, the woman, dressed only in a bra, underwear, and Caribbean-inspired jewels, began to suggestively move her hips and hiked a leg up on the officer's own, prompting him to pick her up, according to Daily Mail. So the UK even went after you. But you're right. I got it wrong. Got it. Officer is seen bouncing his legs up and down. Soon the officer held the girl close and is seen bouncing his legs up and down. At the time, people who had surrounded the officer and the lady are heard saying, lean in, and cheering him on. That's gatekeeping the culture, right? But we've seen videos of y'all at Carnival with your own people that look like you, and y'all won't give them a dance. Y'all have to do like a whole visual assessment before you let him go. But the white cop gets to get his hard. Pause. Interesting. Another police officer is seen grinding women's hips in circles. Another video posted on TikTok shows another woman dressed in denim shorts and a right crop top slowly grinding her hips in circles as a cop excitedly waves a celebratory arm above his head, reported Mail. Nick. Y'all making me break my headphones, bruh. I had to give him $5. The world is correct. Oh my God, to twerk and protect. Oh, come on. I swear to God, family, this is the first time I've ever seen this article. I'm not laughing only because of the article headline. That's not why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because we consistently tell these people this is what goes on. This is how they view you. And all they keep saying is, well, you're racism, you white supremacy, you slavery. And then you got publications like the Daily Mail way over in the UK talking shit. And you're seeing white supremacy in real time because again, the cops did not get disciplined. They probably got high-fived when they got back to the precinct. Oh boy. It's not the first time that police officers are seen dancing with female party goers. In the past, there have been many instances where when cops join the parade goers on the West Indian Day parade. Yes, I've seen cops jump the barricade and get in the parade, gripping ass. No, that's not her. That girl complained looked like she early 20s. That's not her. And if that was her, oh, she'd get cooked right now, but that's not her. Whoo. Like we can't find this stuff. Like this shit just doesn't like this shit doesn't it doesn't exist, right? We're making this shit up. The things that happen in real time that anybody can see, we're making it up. I can't stand them, boy. Speaking of which, hey ma'am, T-Dog sliding on the ops. Slide. Okay, where'd you get? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. That's a whole nother day of talking that I don't want to get into. Let's pull out that receipt. Let me go get this receipt.
Get that water. He about to get this work. He about to get this work.
Yeah, hey, Black Americans and those that are on code. What did they used to call hip hop music back in the day? What they used to call it? We gonna help you younger folk today. You younger folk from the Caribbean who have no idea how this world works. And far be it from me to talk because I still don't know how the world works. And when I was your age, I didn't know how the world works. But see, when you become an adult and you become aware of what's going on in the world, you're supposed to evolve your thinking. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. What did they used to call hip hop music back in the day? That's right. They used to call it jungle music. Why did I bring up that point? Once again, let white people tell it. They love you. They love Black people. They just want to see us all live in racial harmony. Then we get situations like what happened in Saturday, which you talked about. And then we see the comments and we see how they really think. Thank you, Sage. Jungle Bunny music. Fam, this was 12 years ago. I remember this. I posted this on Facebook. Ironically, that was the last year I went to the parade. What's that say, family? New York City police maligned parade goers on Facebook. This is Franklin Avenue and Eastern Parkway. They called people animals and savages. One comment said, drop a bomb and wipe them all out. That's what they think of your culture. That's what they think of my culture. This is what they used to say to the cousins, and they're still saying it today. It's gonna get better, folks. Strap in. Hearing New York police officers speak publicly but candidly about one another and the people they police is rare indeed, especially with their names attached. But for a few days in September, a raw and rude conversation among officers was on Facebook for the world to see until it vanished for unknown reasons. It offered a fly-on-the-wall view of officers displaying roiling emotions often hidden from the public. A copy of the posting obtained by the New York Times shows. Some of the remarks appeared to have broken police department rules barring officers from, quote, discourteous or disrespectful remarks about race or ethnicity. You better go charge that tablet one time. We ain't even scratched the surface on this yet. The subject was officers' loathing of being assigned to the West Indian American Day Parade in Brooklyn, an annual multi-day event that unfolds over the Labor Day weekend and has been marred by episodes of violence, including deaths of parade goers. Didn't I not play yesterday for y'all family over in the UK? The coppers over there saying, the bobbies over there saying they don't want to work the Notting Hill Carnival because of the violence. It's funny. I don't hear them ever saying this during the African American Day Parade. I don't hear this. Again, I'm not trying to ingratiate myself with the cousins. I'm trying to tell y'all a story. Y'all better start waking up and stop tolerating disrespect. And you better start by cleaning your own home. Okay. We ain't even scratched the surface yet. Those who posted comments appeared to follow Facebook's policy requiring their use of real names, and some identified themselves as officers. White supremacy. Flaunt themselves at the rules, and then when the rules get put back on them for discipline, they say, I don't give a F. Okay. Paul J. Brown, the police department's deputy commissioner for public information, said he learned on the Facebook group from a reporter and would refer the issue to the department's Internal Affairs Bureau. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. No, I'm not doing your crossword puzzle. Even though 21 down has hit the like. I'm sorry, family, I lied. The comments in the online group, which grew over a few days to some 1,200 members, were at times so offensive in referring to West Indian and African American neighborhoods that some participants warned others to beware how their words might be taken in a public setting open to internal affairs rats. Family, you noticed how they said West Indian first, right? Sage and I can tell you how they don't like dealing with Caribbean people. NYPD does not like dealing with Caribbean people. They think Caribbean people are crazy. I'm not telling you a lie, family. I'm telling you what I've heard. The NYPD do not like Caribbean people. No problem, bro. But some of the people who posted comments seemed emboldened by Facebook's freewheeling atmosphere. Quote, let them delete each other, wrote one of the Facebook members who posted comments under a name that matched that of a police officer. Filth, wrote a commenter who identified himself as Nick Virgilio. Another participant whose name matched that of a police officer. It's not racist if it's true. Yet another wrote, the officers were at times spurred on by civilian supporters and other city workers, including members of the fire department, an analysis indicated. You still want to tell me I'm lying? You still want to tell me I'm lying? Say less. I get it. I get it. I get it. Y'all had Babylon in the Caribbean, and Babylon looked like you, and you didn't like them too tough. I get that. So you figure you come to America and you have a diverse crowd of cops. So you figure there's got to be a few of them in there that don't like you, that like us. Uh-huh. I hope this shows you that most of them cops don't like you. Most of them cops just see y'all at the parade as animals, and the few that they do get a little attraction to, they're going to take to the van. They might take you down to one of them brownstones, the bottom level, where there's a little vestibule there. Maybe get a little, what they like to call it. They like for you to imitate a lollipop. That's how I'm going to say that one time. Yeah. It is impossible to say with certainty whether those quoted are the people they claim to be, but a comparison by the Times of the names of some of the more than 150 people who posted comments on the page with city employee listings show that more than 60% matched the names of police officers, and Mr. Brown did not deny that they were officers. Of course, some people do circumvent Facebook's rule on identification. It was impossible to determine the racial breakdown of the officers who were posting comments. See what they're trying to do? But at least one of the participants said that most of them seemed not to be minorities. Efforts were made to contact some of those who participated through the police department, through the prosecutor, in a court case that revealed the existence of the group. They took it to court through Facebook messages and through other methods. One, Nick Virgilio, said he was a member of the department but responded, "I don't wish to comment." The comments in the group included anger at police and city officials and expressions of anxiety about policing what has often been a dangerous event. I got it wrong, right, miss? I got it wrong. See what happens when you don't gatekeep your culture? Yeah. It's fun. You know what, family? I just thought about this. It's funny that she said that we need to gatekeep our culture, but you opened the culture to everybody. It's funny that you scolded Black Americans for gatekeeping their culture, but everybody participates in it. The funny thing is, there's more people that participate in Black American culture and actually have something positive to say about it. But when it comes to Caribbean culture, they got nothing but negatives to say about us. Unless it's somebody or something that transcends the culture, i.e. Bob Marley, i.e. the fact that the islands are beautiful. Haven't y'all noticed, family, at any time you see people come back from the islands, what's the first thing they say about the people? That they were nice, right? They're doing this savage behavior down there too. But they know how to hide it. They're gatekeeping their culture. I'm not wrong for saying that. The world's already published it. The word got put out on Trinidad's Carnival years ago. Why do you think people don't go? Only people from the islands go, and maybe the UK. The word on Trinidad's crime rate has been out to the world for years, ma'am. Oh, that's right. You don't believe me. You don't believe me. Tabernacle. Still want to tell me you don't believe me, right? State Department, Trinidad and Tobago. That's their flag. That's their countries. That's their travel advisory. Level 3, same as Jamaica's, reconsider travel. You're right. You're going to tell me, I ain't from there. I'm Grenadian and St. Lucian. Cool. Let's see what they said about Grenada. Exercise normal precautions. Nobody goes to Grenada like that. Okay. Okay. Level 1. Okay, let's look up St. Lucia. Let's look up St. Lucia. Level 1, exercise normal precautions. Interesting. Why did I do that, family? They don't bring up Grenada and St. Lucia when they talk about the Caribbean. Imagine that. What's the countries they bring up when you say Caribbean? Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad, Bahamas. For the folk, let's just look up Bahamas one time. Let's just look up Bahamas one time. Level 2, exercise increased caution because they're going through it with the Haitians down there right now. Haiti. Let's look up Haiti. Oh, damn. They didn't even give me the link first. They giving me articles. U.S. citizens urged to leave Haiti as soon as possible. State Department flags current security situation. Well, good goddamn. Haiti descending into chaos. Level 4, do not travel. Jamaica. And then I'll go back to the article. Level 3, reconsider travel. Why did I show you that? Again, those are the 4 places that people associate with the Caribbean. And they're between level 2 and level 4. That's what they're going to base Caribbean culture on. So when all the white supremacists make their points about getting rid of our festivals, that's what they're going to use. That is the culture they come from. But you want to gatekeep it. You don't want to eradicate it. You don't want to excel it forward. You're worried about Black Americans saying something about it. That you go into a back and forth. Then you got people in your comment thread egging you on, telling you how right you are, and all of y'all are ignorant. Got it. Got it. Let me continue with the article. Then I'll open it up. I'll let y'all get off. I'm in a nice mood today. It's the last day of the month. Quote, why is everyone calling this a parade? One said, it's a scheduled riot. Another said, we were widely outnumbered. It was an eerie feeling knowing we could be overrun at any moment. Son of a... Okay. Welcome to the liberal NYC. Gail said another, where if the cops sneeze too loud, they get investigated for excessive force, but the civilians can run around like savages and there are no repercussions. Who the hell is this? Benjamin Moore left and Paul Lieberman used officers' Facebook comments to defend a man charged with gun possession. They can keep the forced overtime, said one writer, adding that the safety of officers comes before the animals. Okay. Wrote another, bloodbath, the worst detail to work. They're not saying this about the African American Day Parade. They're not saying this about the Italian parade. They're not saying this about the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Hell, they're not even saying it about the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And they had that one year where their parade went viral before viral was viral. They thought about shutting it down. Yeah. I say have the parade one more year, wrote a commenter who identified himself as Dan Rodney. And when they all gather, drop a bomb and wipe them all out. He's calling for ethnocide. Joshua Lawson, good morning. Errol Aaron, good morning. They're calling for ethnocide. But I got it wrong. Reached on Monday, Mr. Rodney confirmed that he was a police officer and that he had used Facebook, though rarely, but denied making a comment. Quote, "That wasn't me," he said before suggesting that someone else might have been responsible. "I leave my phone around sometimes. Other than that, I have no comment."
Hey, yo.
The page, though visible to any Facebook user before it vanished into the digital ether, appears to have drawn no public notice until an obscure criminal case in state Supreme Court in Brooklyn last month, the gun possession trial of an out-of-work Brooklyn food service worker named Tyrone Johnson. His defense lawyers put many of the controversial remarks before the jury, but when that seemed to draw little notice outside the courthouse, the lawyers Benjamin Moore, sounds like the paint company, and Paul Lieberman of Brooklyn Defender Services provided a digital copy of the Facebook conversation to the Times, saying it raised broad questions about police attitudes. Now that's just messy. While preparing for the trial, Mr. Moore checked to see if the officer who had arrested his client, Sergeant Dustin Edwards, was on Facebook. Mr. Moore noticed that Sergeant Edwards' profile showed he belonged to a Facebook group formed. It said, "For NYPD officers who are threatened by superiors and forced to be victims themselves by the violence of the West Indian Day Massacre." You see what they're doing, family, and they've done this for 12 years. That's what they do. They blow it out of proportion. Yes, Iron Will. Very good memory. Yes, I believe that was 06. When they were sexually harassing females and sexually assaulting them, throwing water on them because they weren't wearing bras. I think one girl got I think she got raped. And they were threatening to get rid of it. And then I know it skipped in 07. And then I think they gave it back to him in 08. I'm talking about, it was the alcohol. Uh-huh. The group's title, "No More West Indian Day Detail," attracted Mr. Moore's attention because Sergeant Edwards had arrested Mr. Johnson in the pre-dawn hours of the celebrations before the parade in 2010. Sounds like Mr. Tyrone Johnson might have been Caribbean. Mr. Moore said that when he clicked on the link, the page was apparently public and began reading a conversation that ran 70 printed pages. He was struck by what seemed to be its reckless explicitness. "I found it astonishing," he said. He made a digital copy. When he looked 2 days later, all trace of the group was gone. At the trial, the defense lawyers argued that the gun Sergeant Edwards said he found near their client had not belonged to Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson is black and lived in the parade area. The defense suggested that Sergeant Edwards might have planted the gun. Sergeant Edwards testified that he never posted a comment on the group that protested the West Indian Day detail. He said his involvement had amounted to nothing more than clicking on the name of the group that included a lot of the people in another police group that I'm in. Still, through Mr. Moore's questions, Justice Bruce M. Balter's courtroom got an earful of what Mr. Moore described as the bias-riddled police commentary. Did Sergeant Edwards agree with the posting that described the parade as ethnic cleansing? What about the one that said the parade should be moved to the zoo? What about the sarcastic one that called working the parade detail useful ghetto training? I'm not aware of the post. No, the sergeant testified. He agreed the comments were offensive. A prosecutor, Lindsay Zuflock, argued that with no post from Sergeant Edwards, there was nothing to indicate that he feels at all the same. Sergeant did testify, however, that he agreed with the statement that police officers were forced each year to become victims of the violence of the West Indian Day Parade. On Monday, Jerry Schmetterer, a spokesman for the Brooklyn District Attorney, said the office would investigate any matters stemming from the trial referred to it by the police department. At the trial, the prosecutor read the jurors one of the cautionary postings that was on Facebook. Quote, "Please keep it focused," the post said. "This is not a racist rant. This is about us, the cops." On November 21, the jury acquitted Mr. Johnson. Still want to tell me I got it wrong? You still want to tell me I got it wrong? You want to talk about gatekeeping culture? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, look what I found, family.
Oh my God, bro. We gonna keep this? Nigga.
Look what I just found. Oh, they talking. This is our weekend and they talking.
What other race / ethnicities do you believe would be there to help Black people in a race war?
Black American people, because the Caribbeans and the Africans, I don't see them standing up with us either.
Excuse the out of me.
The diaspora wars are already going crazy.
Whoa.
It's mad Caribbeans and African people that think that they better than Black Americans as it is. So when people from other countries come here, they are already forewarned. Stay away from them Black Americans. They're like this. They're like that. There are a lot that will stand up with us, but I'm not counting every single last one.
So what you're saying is there are going to be a group of West Indians who are going to look at a race war and say, I'm from Trinidad. I don't know what's going on here. But I'm from Trinidad. I know what's going on.
Yes. I'm from Trinidad, and you know I go to Lime over here. Yes, and we know we not into that. We don't have racism in Trinidad. Boy, you better not come up there and say that, because I'll prove it to you. Yeah, you see how I mean? No, you see how I mean? Yeah. I'm from Yardland, you don't know. Me come here for do my day's work of raise my pick name. Then they see the white supremacists coming. They make sure to show their accent. Yo, what I say, boss man? What I say? Yo. Me just come back from a country, you know, yeah. But they're from Kingston, you know. No, not Kingston Avenue. No, not Kingston, New York. Kingston, Jamaica. So nobody kill me, you know. As soon as the white supremacists leave, oh, you know what? You're one of the good ones. You know what? Where are those black Americans that just got their reparations? I mean, listen to them over there. Some of them are go buy land and property. That woman tell me, thank you. You get to running down the street, be like, yo, I'm go watch. That what they gonna say. I can't do Creole, so just saying.
Alabama, I know them type of thing. Them fellas down there, that's good. I go on right out soldier.
You literally just made her point. You literally just made her point. Look at her face, family. She's like, you just literally made my point. You one of the niggas I gotta stay away from. You one of the Negroes I gotta stay away from when this pop off. You know what? He the type of dude would show a zombie during the apocalypse, hoping lime. That he one of them. Like, come here, Mr. Zombie. Watch out. You have to go left foot first, and then right foot first. And then you have to make sure, say, when you go left foot first, you dip a little bit, and then you come back again, and then you have to go right foot and then dip a little bit. So that's how you lime. Hey, you want one of these shandy? He be the type to pour shandy down a zombie mouth.
Where's your family from?
Leave me alone, Tariq.
Free my people now. Free my people. Free my people now.
You got to be kidding me. You literally proved her point. Look at this. Look at this. They're getting at you. Look at you. They're getting at you. What? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you want. All right, say less. Say less. Brother Sage, good morning.
Peace to the family. Can you hear me good, brother?
Yes, sir.
Move right now, so it might
I
be
know you got a hat on.
Yo, it's a little breezy out here right now, bro. It's a little breezy in New York. Don't let it get in the 60s, bro.
Hey, listen, hey, you better go down to them islands.
I just came from one, believe it or not. I just got back, bro. 2 days ago. I just got back.
Good. That's good. Did you fly the FBA flag?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely, man. You know I got a story to tell, man. You know I was
and they
taking
didn't
notes while
chase
down
you,
there.
right?
Nah. I honestly,
Of course. All right.
a little backstory on that. The people down there are actually a little bit more humble than the people up here. You know, without saying too much, the people down there have a little bit more respect than the people up here. Because I know Tariq talks about that all the time. When you go sometimes to these people's countries, they're a lot more friendlier. They're a lot more accepting. They're a lot more humble than the motherfuckers up here in New York.
Yes, sir.
So, and I just came back from, DR. I want to say this. There's a lot of dark-skinned ass Dominicans down there. They're darker than me and you both, kid. And the light ones that are up here, they forget about their abuelas down there or their cousins down there. They act like they don't exist. That's just something that just happened. And yeah, no. A lot of them don't want to acknowledge that black strand in their family. They think that they're just all light.
Yes, sir.
They're not. There's actually more darker people than there are lighter people. I'm gonna just say that.
But again, they don't want to admit that they come from an African background because that's like somehow shameful. They want to be from Spain.
Sir.
I don't know why you want to be from Spain and Mexico. They don't like you either.
You know what the funny part about that too, when you're dealing with someone that's Hispanic? They think that they're Spanish of some sort, and they're not. Just because you speak a language does not make you those people. I speak English. Do you hear me saying I'm from England? Look it, I look like I'm related to the queen, right? You see how stupid that sounds? A lot of people don't take that into consideration, that you don't hear Jamaicans saying that they're from, well, some are coons, but you don't hear a lot of blacks or like, other Caribbeans saying that they're from England. They're not. Just because you speak a language does not make you that people, okay? And
Right.
a lot of Hispanics that doesn't register to them. They call themselves Spanish. You can't even go to Spain. You do realize that, right? They're not even invited to Spain. If they live in these countries, these Latin American countries,
Yeah,
they
they don't
can't take,
respect them.
I don't want to curse. They can't take themselves to Spain.
Nope.
So, yeah.
No, because the Spanish be looking at them crazy. Like, what are you
Correct.
talking about? What are you talking
Correct.
about?
You are not European. You're from the other side of the world. You're not European like us.
You're the cast-offs.
Correct. Yes, sir.
They're not ready for that conversation. That's a whole other conversation. But on the subject of the show, you heard, I don't know when you came in, but what did you think about what you've seen?
So I had a whole conversation earlier today with my brother Torian Rain. Shout out to Torian Rain about this. And then the notification for you, I didn't know that you was gonna go in on this so hard. Kid Gravity. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Kid Gravity Beyond, excuse me, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, okay? Because again, even though my brother does his early morning, I'm gonna kill you for that.
I wasn't even gonna do a live on this. This was gonna be an uploaded video, but the research I found, I was like, you know what, I might, because if I did an upload, it would have been like 40. It would have been like 40 minutes. I don't think y'all would have sat there for 40 minutes.
Got you. So
at least with the live, you guys can interact with it.
Yeah, I came across this earlier today, and I was talking to our brother Torian about this in the back channel, and that's when the notification for you came up, and he was like, I think Kid Gravity's discussing this right now. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's when I jumped over. So I was about maybe like 10 minutes late into your situation, but I heard everything that she said. And I want to thank you again, because you're someone that's from the islands that's giving your take on it, on like, what she said that was
people,
blatantly
I've been immersed
wrong.
in that culture for, since the womb. So,
which is fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but come on, when you say shit like she's saying, and where she's from, Guyana, that's the guy, Guyana.
No, she's
flag,
from
right?
Grenada and St. Lucia.
Grenada, excuse me, sorry. Okay,
St. Lucia.
so when you say something about Carnival or your culture, there's a lot of, again, this is New York, and brother Kid, right now I'm in Queens. If I drive my ass to Brooklyn and you can see how they immerse themselves in Black American culture, they do a lot. Again,
I could just tell you to go over to Utica and church
and just talk,
show that lady on the corner selling all the wares for Monday.
Yes, sir. Real talk. Like, there's a lot. Look, if you want to talk about staying out of culture, why is Busta Rhymes rhyming today?
Yeah,
let's
I don't
break
hear
this
him
down.
saying no reggae songs.
I don't hear that. What's up with Slick Rick? Why is he rhyming? Why was Kool Herc spinning James Brown? That's our culture. That has nothing to do with Jamaica. No disrespect Jamaica, you know what I mean? But like, if you're talking about staying out of people's culture, why do you have, okay, let's break it all the way down. Why do they play basketball? That's an American sport. Basketball was born in America. Basketball is nowhere else but America. Do you want to continue on? Like, ma'am, she's blatantly like uneducated on the situation.
Would you like another example?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is impromptu. I just saw this.
Oh boy.
Okay. Hear that water? He about to get this work. He about to get this work.
I'm pretty sure they don't say the N-word in Grenada or St. Lucia, but okay. When I walk past a nigga and he calls me beautiful.
Look, Slim Jim, body ass, gay ass bitch. And man, leave. Hey, look here, bitch ass nigga. Hey, keep my name out your bitch ass mouth before I knock your bitch ass out. Look, Slim Jim, body ass, gay ass bitch. And man.
Now, I my dialects around the world may be off, but that don't sound like somebody from the Caribbean.
Which tells me that she probably was born and raised up here and doesn't know much about Guyana at all. How frequently have you gone to Guyana, ma'am? And if you feel
Not
so much,
Grenada.
excuse me, sorry, Grenada. I got a
Yeah.
couple partners in New York, riders, but they're from Guyana. And again, this is not an all-encompassing kind of like all-encapsulate kind of thing. There's just certain coons that need to be called out. And unfortunately, you know, baby girl head, she needs to be informed. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know her age, so I don't want to go all the way in on her. She needs to be more informed. What I would say about that is, how often have you gone to Grenada, ma'am?
Look at her.
How
She ran
often
her
have
flag
you,
proud.
you know,
Well,
how
she had a
often? I
video.
mean,
She had a video up here somewhere that she was on the island. Yeah, here we go.
one video.
And we cannot escape, we cannot come out. Mama, we're trapping at this bumper to us.
So you're happy for that, but you're walking around Brooklyn's hood talking ill-informed. Okay, gotcha.
Correct, but you live in Brooklyn, man. That's my thing. You're so proud about your culture, but you live in Brooklyn. So if you're gonna look, you can live in Brooklyn. I'm not the gatekeeper on who gets to live in New York, but here's my thing. If you're gonna shit on the foundation of Black American culture, why are you here? And that's the main thing that we really get upset about. Why is she in America if she's shitting on American culture? Because she specifically said Black Americans. She specifically said that. Why, excuse my language, why, down talk, I don't want to say the S word, down talk that culture if you're living in a place where that culture built? You understand? Like Brother Kid, let me show you something, man. You see this out here? You see all these buildings? You see all these buildings, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Are you by
Now,
Jamaica Ave?
Nah, I'm in Queens right now.
Yeah, you by Jamaica Ave, right? Or is that Archer?
No, I'm on Queens Boulevard.
Oh, you're on Queens Boulevard. Oh, you in Long Island City?
Yeah, Long Island City, yeah.
Okay.
New Yorker, yeah. They like Long Island. No, it's in the city, y'all. We'll break it down later.
Exactly.
So all of those buildings in which I just showed you guys, that was all built by slave labor. We would not have the money to build this country, specifically in New York, without slave labor. So when you talk about, Black Americans and what our culture is and what we should stay out, again, all those buildings that, that was built off of our labor, off of our culture, off of things that sparked from us. So again, you should be very wary when you talk about who's indulging in what culture, because again, I think Black Americans, even though I am one, I think Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, we like to gatekeep. Well, no, not really. Excuse me. We don't gatekeep our culture at all, but we don't really indulge in other people's cultures to that extent. Brother Kid, if you are doing a live broadcast on Labor Day, I will show you how divided the Caribbeans are from Black Americans. Ain't no Pan-African flag gonna be out there at all. And I'm calling this 3-4 days in advance. Ain't no damn Pan-African flag gonna be out there. Mm-hmm. So again, if you want to talk about indulging in a culture, really, man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to have the American flag with the red, black, and green, and motherfucker called them out on it, and you don't see that no more. You don't see that no more. Because it was the Caribbeans. What did the Caribbeans say? That's not us.
Correct.
You barely even see the American flag running through there anymore, because they used to have it on both wrists. Now they don't even do that no more.
Correct.
But
but that's my thing. I mean, I think that's a risky kind of thing to say, oh, what do we know about this? This is our culture. Okay. But again, to everyone in the chat that does not know about the Labor Day Parade, also known as the Caribbean Day Parade, the reason why that can actually take place in New York City is because Black Americans made it possible.
Thank you.
So when you talk about what we don't know about your culture, okay, ma'am, we allowed that to be able to take place. They didn't want that to come back after COVID. That was the last parade they even allowed to come back. We have to tell the truth and shame the devil here. We fought for that to come back. Beanie Man didn't come up here and fight for it. And I'm just naming, Jamaicans because
Elephant Man down here in Atlanta this weekend.
Elephant Man didn't fight for it. None of the other Caribbeans, such as the Dominicans or the Puerto Ricans, they didn't fight for it. We did. We fought for that. We fought for Juve. So again, which is the day before Juve leads into the parade.
parade.
I know Brother Kid, but the
Mhm.
viewers that don't know, that's like a pre-party that leads into the parade. So again, we fought for that. That's us. So again, when you talk about what we don't know about, your culture, man, you're able to, indulge and love your culture from Brooklyn because of us, man. You're not taking your ass down to Grenada. You're not going to Carnival. You're going to the Eastern Parkway. So come on,
Going to
stop.
Miami,
Let's stop playing
you're
games.
going to Miami, you're going to Atlanta,
Miami.
you're going to Houston,
Mhm.
you're going to Boston.
Correct.
They just had some bullshit happen in Boston last week. Yeah, family.
Like I said, man.
Family. The NYPD hated, but guess what? The NYPD also said that they didn't show in that article. They were also saying how it was the easiest tail they got at any time in the whole year. It's the easiest tail. That's what they think, y'all. Because they don't African American Day Parade. They don't say that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I got it wrong. Okay.
I don't think you did. I think you speak truth to power. And again, they may not like what you say, but keep hitting them with the truth until it's time, until someone can debunk it. And again, when you're talking about New York, again, there's not much solidarity at all. There's not a lot of kid gravities running around. Unfortunately, there's truly not. But I want the diaspora to know, once we get reparations popping in America, it doesn't stop there. Everyone's going to get paid. So what you should do is back the play of Foundational Black Americans. See what we're doing and how we're doing, and get behind it. That way, once we get ours, next we're going to help you get yours. We're not going to hate on you. And I'm talking to all of my, all of the brothers and sisters, throughout the diaspora, Africa, Caribbean, everywhere, South America, everywhere. We'll help you get yours. But y'all got to call out y'all coons. It can't just be this one brother calling out the coons. It has to be a collective thing to call out the coons. It can't just be Kid by itself, because they can signal him out and they can target him. So again, support my brother, like the program, subscribe to my brother, donate to the Cash App. Anything y'all can do, share the program, anything y'all can do to get the word out, because we need 10 more kid gravities. We don't need just one.
I appreciate that.
And thank you for the work you do, brother. And here goes some swirling right here, brother. Here goes some swirling right here.
Oh, Lord.
Did you see that? This is some real time swirling, bro. God damn, dog got his stuff for Becky. He just holding her hand. God damn.
He in Long Island City. What do you expect? Hey, I mean, you paying like, what's the rent there now? Like, it was like $3,000 now.
A studio's like gonna cost you like 27. A 1 bedroom's gonna cost you like 32. A 2 bedroom, we looking at 4,000. A 3 bedroom, you don't want to know.
Well, 3 bedrooms probably gonna be like 5 and some change. It's gonna be a nice 3 bedroom because they just built it, but you're gonna pay that's $60,000 a year just to live.
Just to live, not counting food and
parking and or if you take the metro, you get a metro. Well, Omni now, whatever the fuck they call it up there.
Yeah.
And the congestion
I'm old
pricing.
School. I call it MTA.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm old school.
Yeah, and I forgot about the congestion pricing they're fixing to do next spring.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. That's already built, by the way, too.
Oh no, yeah, I saw them, but I was like, yeah, when they kick it in, boy, woo.
One of these days, we're gonna have to do like a show in which I'm just driving through the damn city, and I'll show you the different areas and how. I mean, I know, but the viewers that do not live in New York, all the viewers around the world,
they think we be exaggerating what we be talking.
Yeah, they think we're exaggerating. We're not, and we're not. We're not exaggerating. It's very divided. New York is a divided city.
Yeah, I mean, I went back last summer and it felt different. And I was only gone for like a year, and it felt different. That's not the same city I left, but they don't understand.
Yes, sir.
They'll probably understand when they can't get a hotel in Times Square because migrants are running all over it. Then they'll understand.
I'll take you there too. You can see the migrants outside. I'll take you there too. You know what's interesting? Like in the early '80s, when there was a lot of like prostitution, all that stuff going on, you know, they cracked down on that. But this migrant situation, they don't seem to be cracking down on that at all.
Nah.
Interesting.
Very
Which
interesting.
lets you know they're there for a reason. Because that's Times Square. That's the heart of New York City. That's the moneymaker for New York City. And you're allowing them to be there. They can clear that shit out in a weekend.
Well, no, they do it like the people did in Staten Island. They clear it out in a few hours.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Shout out to the white people in Staten Island that did that. Absolutely.
But we know it'll be a
I'm not
problem
mad
if they
at it.
let them in the Marriott Marquis. Then we're gonna know that's a problem.
Oh yeah. They're not getting in there. But you know,
exactly.
they
When you
across
pay
the street.
$1,000 a night for a basic room, nah, they ain't gonna let them up in there. So it seems like the Marriott's on code with their bottom line.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that though. But one more time for the family, because of course this is the attitude, family. This is the attitude.
Do you believe would be there to help Black people in a race war?
Black American people, because the Caribbeans and the Africans, I don't see them standing up with us either.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
The diaspora wars are already going crazy.
Why he look like a light-skinned Dame Lillard?
Why you pausing right there on him too? Golly.
I know. I shouldn't have done that.
You caught him perfect.
I could have went to the
you caught him perfect.
Right here. He looked like Dame Lillard and Drewski did the fusion dance. All right, say less.
Out of me.
The diaspora wars are already going.
Now you would think at the beginning of this video he was Black American.
Correct. That's cosplaying. That's exactly what we talk about.
And Caribbeans and African people that think that they better than Black Americans as it is. So when people from other countries come here, they are already forewarned. Stay away from them Black Americans. They're like this. They're like that. There are a lot that will stand up with us, but I'm not counting every single last one.
So what you're saying is there are going to be a group of West Indians who are going to look at a race war and say, I'm from Trinidad. I don't know what's going on here. But I'm from Trinidad. I know what's going on in Alabama and all them type of thing. Them fellas down there, that's good. I go on right out soldier.
You literally proved her point. You literally proved her point.
And that's truly the attitude of some up here. That's truly the attitude of some. Absolutely. Not all. That's truly the attitude. That's not my fight.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was the glaring example. This was the glaring example. When Sha'Carri was not doing well last year, it was Jamaica for the world, you know. America can't fuck with we. No. Sha'Carri, Sha'Carri, no Carri. Soon as she dusted them back in January. Oh, you know, Alien and Sherika and Shelly-Ann, you know, them was racing all year, you know, so I'm tired, you know. Can't race forever. All right. Then she started winning. Oh, you know, the real Jamaican them wasn't in the race. Oh, you know, Shelly-Ann, she gets a little injury, you know, she don't want to race. Then she goes to the World Championships and beats the hell out of them. Black woman for the world, you know. We for stand up for all the black women. Them. We don't care what flag y'all fly. We stand up for the whole honor. Nigga, what? No, nigga. We got the receipts on you. No. This is why I'm hoping she destroys them next year. Because Tripe and Bean Twitter is gonna be shambles and it's gonna be great content. I'm going, man. You better hope I'm not home that day when them races happen and she win. I will risk the copyright just to show the race.
And my thing again, you know, that's why we talk about Pan-Africanism being a one-way street, because when we get some type of victory, that's supposed to be a victory for the whole world. But when other people get victories, that's only a victory specifically for their people. Now you have to either keep the same energy. You have to no, not either. You have to keep the same energy. Either it's gonna all be for your own people, or it's all gonna be for the world. Which one is it? And it can't be no, jumping on and off the ship. We're not doing that. We've done that already. We're not doing that no more. I remember Swollen Martin, that is, when Shikari lost, he was like, oh yeah, she got humbled real quick. He was doing his bedeeps. And I haven't heard him say anything recently. I would love for his commentary on that, by the way. I have not heard anything.
On what?
On Shikari
On what?
winning. Because when she lost, Swollen he had a lot to say about, how she got humbled, how, she needs to do X, Y, and Z, and he's been very quiet on that. So that lets you know what his agenda is. And as far as that,
I forgot to play this video yesterday, family. I'm not gonna blow it out.
As far as her dancing on that cop, that's gonna happen again on Monday, family. That's gonna happen again. That's what they do.
Oh yes, yes, they don't
be
stop.
A bunch of like, bro. See, I usually don't even go there, but I might have to take my ass there this time. With the FBA flags on, because the family truly needs to see this shit. They need to see it. They need to see, how some of these people are live and in person. They need to see that, man. Like, we don't be exaggerating, bro. Like, there's a lot of, bed winching going on. There's a lot of that, man. You see a cop, you're supposed to be against the cops, but you see one and, it's twerking cuffs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, y'all picking up disabled people just to twerk on them. Come on, bro.
Correct.
Like, this is what we doing out here. I'm surprised they didn't ask Kamami to come up there and be a grand marshal, since she claims to be Jamaican and all that. But again, this is the West Indian Day Parade. They had the transgender Puerto Rican last year, so
Oh no!
I figured that would have just blown the door open. But yeah, West Indians, yeah, why it couldn't be like this? Never mind. Wait, they said the West Indians are getting cooked in this? Wait a minute. No, y'all not getting cooked. What the fuck? What is this? Negro. He's Caribbean, by the way. He's Caribbean. Okay. Argue with yourselves. Dude, what did you do? Why would you put your girl up there? Now Twitter go cook your girl. Jamaican culture. Well, damn. So you're Jamaican.
Fucking useless. Useless. Fucking Bella inside again. Dumb prick.
That's how they think about us. Hey, you know what? Hey, remember that girl said we should gatekeep the culture? Remember she said that?
Correct.
You mean the same culture that let Brad Pitt use a patois accent in the movie? That culture? The same culture that let Steven Seagal do a song with Lady Saw? That culture?
Yep.
The same one that let UB40 get off? Soldier getting the Grammy for a brand new Jamaican category? All right. I'm just asking for the same culture that saw the Queen expire and didn't push for reparations for a whole year.
The same culture that saw Adele and said she's the queen of Jamaica.
I didn't even go that far. I said, okay, she's participating, whatever. She's not disrespected. I ain't even say that. Adele's the queen. They have a picture of the queen down in Jamaica. Did you know this?
No.
Yes. On a building, somebody drew a picture of the queen. 12 days of mourning. That's the culture you want to gatekeep.
12 days of mourning. Okay.
Your prime minister came up here last Christmas and looked a slack fool in front of the American government. That's the gatekeeping you want to do. By the way, Danielle Rose killer still has not been found. It's been over 2 months. But that's the culture you want to gatekeep. Now all of a sudden, now Jamaica is just having this rampant grape culture. They're just reporting on it now. They don't even care no more. They usually like to hide that stuff.
You know what's interesting too that you bring up?
Yes, sir.
That video that you just played from that sister that was saying about, you know, the Caribbeans backing up when it's time for a race war.
Mm-hmm.
Akai Gurley, if for the people that live up in New York, Akai Gurley was Jamaican.
Yes, he was.
When Akai Gurley was murdered by a race soldier in the pink houses coming down the steps, Peter Liang, Asian race soldier, when he murdered our brother Akai Gurley, the people that stood up for Akai Gurley were Black Americans. I ain't see a bunch of Akai Gurley signs at the Caribbean Day Parade, aka the West Indian Day Parade, aka the Labor Day Parade. I didn't see a bunch of Akai Gurley signs there. These look, very few of them are interested in going up against white supremacy. A lot of people do not want to do that because they get scared. And you know, when it comes to, you know, our brothers and sisters, you know, that needs to change. And I'll go. That's the far I'll go. I ain't gonna go any further than that. I'm gonna just leave it there. That should change. Can't be afraid to stand up against an imperial power like that.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture of Queen Elizabeth on the wall. I'm gonna see if I can. They gotta have it. Let me see. No, that was the UK. It was on some blue building. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, they think I'm lying about this. Family, you think I'm okay? I don't want y'all to tell me that I'm lying because this is indicative.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
This is a woman that has genocided your people.
Thank you.
And
and took resources away from the youth.
Extreme resources out of Jamaica. Jamaica's a third world country because of this woman and her family and her lineage. Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana, Grenada, they're all third world countries because of this family here. And again, these people have surnames. And I think Tariq broke this down before too. When you're dealing with them, you're dealing with some OG white supremacy, bro. They don't even have a last name. Like you dealing with some real deal white supremacists, bro. And that's the type of welcome that you give her. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Okay. Okay. All right.
Like, what are y'all doing?
The only queen we fuck with is Latifah.
Yeah, there you go. But it's like, damn. Y'all made y'all gave her a picture. What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
And then she dies. You're like, you know, she lived that full life. I'm like, you mother. You get on the TV, you scold that woman.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
They're never gonna get it. And the funny thing, I always tell them this all the time. You can go touch your prime minister. We can't go get him. We can't go see him unless he comes outside. You know where Holness lives. Y'all should be out there every night banging, playing dance hall from the 90s, because that was the last great era of dance hall, and forcing that man into a conversation. Why is there so much crime? Why are you not fixing this? Y'all are out there dancing for donuts. That's what y'all are concerned with. And some of y'all are jumping on the flights right now to come to the West Indian Day Parade right now.
Too much partying. We partying, but for what? Neely Fuller speaks on that too much. He speaks on it all the time. We got to stop the partying all the time. It's not party time yet. It's not party time. I remember President of Haiti, Moise, I believe his name was, when he was assassinated right before the Labor Day Parade. A week or two later, they out there at Carnival. Y'all partying? Y'all are partying, but your president was just assassinated? What the hell? What kind of mindset do we have? We after after MLK was assassinated, wasn't no time to party. After Malcolm X was assassinated, wasn't no time to party. After Fred Hampton was assassinated, rest in peace, his birthday was yesterday, wasn't no time to party. It's time to put in work. Now, I'm not saying do anything violent. I would never say that. Put in work. Use your mind. Think. What can I do to further my people? It's time for group economics.
Yeah. You think Jason get mad at me if I play something to close out the show?
No, I think Jason loves you.
All right. Jamaica, Caribbean. I know y'all gonna come for me. I don't care. I'm gonna play something to close out the show. I need y'all to listen to all 18 minutes of this and really intake it, because this is a Black American telling y'all what we've been telling y'all that are on code from Caribbean backgrounds. I've been telling you for years, but y'all don't want to listen. Okay, but now y'all want to scream that you need the gatekeep culture. This is why I always say that the Caribbean is always 20 years late. But okay.
Get that water. He about to get this work. He about to get this work.
Let me just in case. Let me just YouTube proof it. All right.
Tell me what's your name, where you're calling from.
Hello?
Okay, you're on live. Put the pipe down. What is your name, where you're calling from?
Oh, you're rude. What kind of pipe are you? Listen.
I'm talking about the pipe your mama sold you. I'm talking about the pipe your daddy did 5 years in prison, gave to your mom, and now you smoking on it.
Boy, what kind of argument that you bring to man?
I'm talking about that pipe. That's the one I'm referring to.
Bro, you sound like a faggot, bro. Listen, all this black people try to turn black people against each other. Have you not read The Art of War? You can't turn your allies into your enemies. That's what you see you and Tariq doing, you know.
And who are our allies? Who are the allies we're turning into enemies? Who are those?
A lot of these black people that you're downing.
Who are the black folk that we're downing who are our allies?
Jamaica, you're talking about Jamaica. And you're talking about the Asian. Bro, we all went through our own struggles. Why
we all didn't go through the same struggle, because clearly we all didn't come out the same way.
They lynched y'all, they lynched us. They killed y'all, they killed us.
We fight white supremacy, and when they come over here, they side with white supremacy.
Talking about these people that are killing y'all. You're talking about hosts that laugh at you. People laugh at you. That's not a war, cry for war.
Okay, sir. Why are you so? If that's a true statement, then why are you so triggered and offended to call me?
Because I've noticed that y'all all are making us to be enemies.
Okay, but if folk talking about somebody is not that big of an issue, if folks talking about people are not that big of an issue, then why are you, sir? Okay, sir, you need to put the joint back in your mouth. I'm going to put the joint back in your mouth for you for a moment, since you won't be quiet. He's laced that joint with some formaldehyde. If folk talking about you is not so much of it, it shouldn't be something folks should be worried about. If people talking like that is harmless, you wouldn't be calling me now. You wouldn't be doing that. The real issue is that you do understand that when you allow folks to get away with that, talk becomes action, and action becomes this exclusionary tribalistic attitude. That's what we've been dealing with all this time. Is it all Jamaicans? No, you got some hardcore Jamaican riders. I know some personally. Same thing in Nigeria. Sam Alarape is not my friend. Sam Alarape is my brother. But we acknowledge what the deficiency is. And we talk about white supremacy every week. We talk about the white supremacists every week. We bang on Joe Biden every week. Banged on Trump every week he was in office. What you're upset about is that we're not glossing over this internal treacherous behavior we've been seeing. So we're doing housekeeping and house cleaning on the inside. We're not just focusing on the outside. We're doing house cleaning on the inside. Have you ever used a broom before? You've been unmuted. Do you know how to use a broom?
Bro, that's being disrespectful. I mean, if we know how to use broom.
Okay, if you know how to use a broom, then you know you start cleaning up the inside of your house. You know that.
Yeah, but you guys are making it about the allies.
Sir, our allies know who they are, sir. We're not going to leave our enemies unaddressed.
Yeah, but that you need to stick for, and in war you stick at the enemies. You don't go at your allies and say, "No, your allies is."
No, sir. Yes, but a
don't
person
feel
who's
it's
turned on
you.
people who have turned on you are not your allies, and
Clean
it's
up
the enemy
your-
on the
you know what is
inside
wrong?
who is the most
You know,
dangerous.
Listen, bro, let me talk for a second. You know what is wrong? What I see wrong with Black Americans? They have no loyalty to each other. They don't want to help each other. You see, when we come here and we stick together, you guys have a problem with that because you guys don't really practice that.
Show me
Y'all
where
want
Jamaicans
to-
have show me where Jamaicans have stuck together in America and have prospered. Show me where that is.
What do you mean?
You better not say Queens. You better not say Queens, New York. No, sir. Name any place. Name any place where Jamaicans have come here and we work together. That's what you Black American need to learn. Show me where Jamaicans have gotten together in this country and prospered. Show me.
There's countless places.
No, sir, there's not any place. There is no place in America where Jamaicans have gotten together and have progressed beyond foundationals. Not a single one.
It's not about, we're not trying to run a race. I don't see Jamaica trying to run
Okay,
races.
so you don't have anything to teach us. We're here to teach you. We're not making a beeline to Jamaica. You're making a beeline here.
What are you going to teach us? To kill each other? What are you going to teach us? What are you teaching us?
Sir, we can't teach you to kill each other. Have you seen Jamaica, sir?
Tell your people to be unified. Stop being so angry at each other and hate their own black.
Sir, are you kidding me? Jamaica, sir, Jamaica is where you learn to do that. What are you talking about? You can't even go out in Jamaica at night outside of the tourist areas.
You say you want to clean house.
Sir, you are gaslighting. Folks, now he's gaslighting. You literally can't go outside at night in Jamaica outside of the tourist areas. You can't go outside at night in the tourist areas in Jamaica. It's literally dangerous to do that. And I'm talking about for citizens. Citizens know you don't do that. Hell, they don't even investigate murders anymore unless it's tourists. You don't have anything to teach us except how to make things worse. You came here because you found organized people with a code of conduct. You can't go to Jamaica and get this like this. You have some on-code people in Jamaica. Let's be very, very clear. You want to talk about treachery? Jamaica should be a damn paradise. Black folk in Jamaica should be like Indonesia and Singapore. Jamaica should be the Dubai of the Western Hemisphere. Jamaicans are so at war with each other, so divided and splintered to the fact that you can't even open a popsicle stand without somebody getting killed. Jamaica should be the richest place in the Western Hemisphere. It should be exactly like Dubai from stem to stern. Jamaica should be not a multi-billion, but a multi-trillion-dollar enterprise. And they're still sitting over there bowing to the Queen of England. Jamaica is still part of the British Commonwealth. We got emancipation, we got desegregation, we got empowerment. Jamaicans are still claiming the King Charles now as their monarch. And this jackalope is going to get on my phone while in his crack cocaine-induced haze with barbecue chicken dripping off his damn lips, trying to tell me we got something to learn from him. Dude, I don't need to learn white ass kissing and butt dancing from you. Talking about the art of war. What part of the art of war is kissing Queen Elizabeth's ass? Which part of the strategy is that? You're over there killing each other in America, and then we check the last names on these people in Queens. We start checking for Caribbean names, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. Sir, if you're talking about the enemy, I think you need to focus on the enemy within. You start checking the names that show up on the news in New York, in the Bronx, Dominican, in Brooklyn, in Queens, Caribbean. So no, sir, we've been trying to teach you all how to get that together. We've been trying to teach you. You're not going to sit up here and push off your dysfunction on us and say, well, you know, the problem is what y'all doing, dude. You better turn on New York ABC and see what's going on. Don't sit up here and think you're going to gaslight just because you think I'm from Louisiana. You think I don't know what the hell's going on up there. That's why the first thing I told you. Tell me where Jamaicans are doing better than black folk in America, and you better not say Queens. You better not try to say Queens, New York. Dude, we way ahead of you. That old game that y'all used to play where you have these enclaves around America and you used to be able to bluff your way through a discussion and bluff your way through it. No, dude, we're fully informed and up to speed now. We know where they are, everything. We know where they are everywhere, from Florida to New York to Connecticut. We know what's going on. Chicago, Minnesota, Somalis. We know where y'all at now. So no, you're not going to gaslight us. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Somebody in the chat room trying to talk about damn Flatbush. Jamaicans ain't running nothing in Flatbush. This is more of this damn gaslighting you trying to do. No, they don't. No, they don't. Flatbush is not some upper income neighborhood. And go check the damn property records. Jamaicans ain't running nothing there. Somebody trying to sit in the damn chat room and pretend and bluff your way. Flatbush Avenue. Just because you heard the name in a Chris Rock joke doesn't mean they running nothing. Niggas love making up fantasy and figure somebody not from the city isn't gonna know. I ain't down in Jamaicans. My on-code ones know that's exactly what the hell needs to be. My on-code Jamaicans know I'm telling the damn truth. My on-code Jamaicans know the only way you gonna get anything done is with some on-code people. That's it. That's why they want to rock with us, because they tired of taking L's. And they're sitting there in New York City when they should be sitting in Nassau. And the young folks are sick of it. Every time you talk to somebody from Jamaica, they telling you about what their family owns as far as land back in Jamaica, but the land is worthless, except where the Asians and the white folk are investing. The cruise ships own entire acres of land down there in Jamaica. They got whole damn resorts. They own acres and acres and acres of land there. Meanwhile, the children are sitting up here working for the damn city in New York. So let me get this straight. Carnival and Norwegian making hundreds of millions, and Disney making hundreds of millions of dollars off Jamaica, but the children and grandchildren of Jamaica been told to flee to Flatbush so you can make $20 an hour if you're lucky. And so you can put up some Instagram booty pictures with a Jamaican flag on your ass. You got females wearing Jamaican flags on their asses, and meanwhile their birthright belongs to whites and Asians and everybody except them. Let me tell you something. You can't compare Queens, New York to Jamaica. You can't compare those two. Who in the hell in their right minds would sit up here and choose this concrete steel jungle over a paradise like Jamaica? What the hell you trying to prove? What the hell you trying to pull? Who the hell would choose Flatbush over Jamaica? One is a heaven on earth. I'm talking about white sand. Oh, I'm saying too damn much. Here in the U.S. where you got reclamation of the beach fronts, you can't compare the sand, that reclaimed sand in Florida and in California and the Carolinas and New York. You can't compare those to Jamaica. There's a reason one charges a hell of a lot more than the other. That's supposed to be your damn birthright. And everybody is benefiting off of Jamaica except Jamaicans. They told you here, go to Queens. So the white folk told you come to Queens, and the white folk went to Jamaica and called that a fair trade. And you sitting up here cheesing. Here, pass that joint, man. Man, if y'all don't burn down them damn marijuana trees and get to work reclaiming your birthright, if you gonna wear a Jamaican flag thong up your ass, you need to be standing on a beach that you own. That's what the hell I'm telling you. It is treacherous backstabbing behavior. You selling yourself out and then sitting up here, Jason shouldn't say nothing about it. In the words of Dr. John Henry Clark, I am saying it's time to get your house in order. Don't come up here telling us about what we need to do here. We put the game in you. Marcus Mosiah Garvey is a beneficiary of us, not Jamaica. That's the way it has always been. Jamaica has always learned empowerment at the feet of the foundation. Because some of these other folk may have fought for it, but we were actually able to hold it. And not just in one place either. We didn't just show you how to fight for it, we showed you how to hold it. So you damn right. If we're criticizing you, you need to shut up, soak up the game so you can get disciplined. Down there in southern Florida, they've been sitting up here waiting for decades to go reclaim their birthright in Cuba. Anybody who's been to southern Florida, there's two flags you're gonna see. Puerto Rican flags, some. Cuban flags aplenty. They're not trying to be Floridians, except to the extent that it benefits them. They want to be Cubans, and they see themselves as temporarily displaced Cubans. They don't want Southern Florida. They're forced to be in Southern Florida as an incident of history. They want their birthrights. And their birthright isn't Miami. Their birthright is Havana. So you watch The Godfather 2, and you see Hyman Roth and Don Corleone, Michael Corleone, talking about dividing up Cuba and making the money from it. Don't you know that's a sore ass spot for the people who survived Fidel and the insurrection? That's a sore subject to them. Because they're like, you damn right, Cuba's a beautiful place and we can't return. We've been over here plotting ever since getting back. You talking about Brickell. They like, dude, don't you know? If you would actually let us do to Cuba what we want to do, we would shut Miami down. We would shut Miami down. Cuba would be the spot. And they don't take offense when you say that. No, get your house in order. Call America Code 904. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from? Run to you niggas. Booyaka, booyaka. Run, run, run. Booyaka.